Okay, battery looks good, time looks good. We just crossed over the Red Bridge on Red Bridge Road. This is a ride I promised LJ I was going to do for her. We're going to go over to Blue River Road. This road runs into it. And I'll be following Iroquois. Now, if you want to film some different, just wave and I'll go up ahead of you for a ways too if you want to film that, because some people like to switch off. It's whatever you like. We pulled in to get the cameras all set up. So we're going to try to do a simultaneous vlog. I'm cruising towards Blue River Road. And there I'll give you a little shot of Red Bridge. Oh, biker coming. Hey buddy, you going to be on YouTube. There's the Red Bridge. So Lori, I'm guessing a lot of this is going to be very familiar to you. And Iroquois14 told me it was a very beautiful road too. But I see, just like Illinois, you guys have a lot of your roads under construction right now. Oh, there it is right there. There's Blue River Road. We're right at it. So this will work out. But we are in my hometown right now. This is where I was born in the mid-50s. I lived right in Kansas City proper till I was about 4 years old. And then for those of you familiar with the area, there's a suburb just northeast of Kansas City called Gladstone. And the year before I started kindergarten, we moved to Gladstone. And I think we lived there about 3 years or so. And then by the time I was in second grade, we moved a little further east of Kansas City to a town called Sedalia. And we lived in 2 different places in Sedalia. And then there was another little tiny town in that area we lived in called Smithton. And that was one of the most fun parts of my childhood, because when we lived in Smithton, my dad was usually working as a chief engineer or a manager wherever he was working, so as he'd get different job offers, he'd move around. And we ended up renting a 200-acre farm just because it was a place to rent to stay. I mean, we weren't farmers or anything. My dad obviously was into business and stuff like that, so basically it was just a big 200-acre playground for us with sheds and barns and lots of different animals. My parents ended up, when we were kids, getting us kids all rabbits, and we turned the part of the chicken coop into a rabbit hutch. And we also got banny chickens too, so we had fresh eggs. And this is city folks too, doing a little bit of hobby farming. We raised a garden, had chickens, and had rabbits. Only the rabbits were pets. We didn't eat the rabbits, obviously. That would have been probably pretty traumatic as a little kid. But I guess if you're a real farm, you have to get used to that. Animals do die so you can eat them. One thing that was really fun on the farm in Smithton was in the barn, whoever had owned the place originally must have had some kind of a crop duster airplane or some kind of airplane like that, and it was partly disassembled. They had the fuselage was intact, but they took the wings and laid them over to the side against the wall. But just to have and the skin was missing from it. It was kind of like more or less just a metal frame with bars and wires and stuff like that. But it was fun for us kids to play in. I mean, you'd climb in the cockpit area and pretend like you were flying and stuff. And with 200 acres to explore, it was a heck of a lot of fun. Every kid should get the chance to live on a farm, even if it's just a hobby farm for a little bit. We had a fishing pond. It was about, maybe about 400 yards behind the house and over a ridge. We had a nice fishing pond, so anytime during the middle of the day while my dad was at work, if Mom fell up to it, we talked her into walking all us kids down to the fishing pond. Seems like we caught more snapping turtles than we did fish though, because there was a couple large-sized snapping turtles living in that fish pond. And one time we wandered all the way over to the edge of the property and we found a almost totally dead peach tree, but this peach tree still had one peach on it. This tree was almost totally dead, but it produced one peach, and it was a beautiful piece of fruit. It was just a perfect peach, so we picked it off the tree, and I think we cut it all up and everybody had part of it, and it was a great tasting peach. Not peach, pear. I'm sorry. I said peach tree. No, it wasn't a peach tree. It was a pear tree. It had a perfect pear. So we cut it up and all got a chance to eat a little bit of it. But that's all my memories of the Kansas City area. And when we were little, of course, Christmas was always special. They had a department store called Emery Bird, and that was for us kids in downtown Kansas City, that was the place where Santa Claus was. And that's no longer there. I think that closed down a long time ago, along with the Woolworths. That was the lunch place. When we were kids, we'd stop at the Woolworths in downtown Kansas City. And I guess there still is a building that has the Emery Bird stuff painted on the side, so you can still see some evidence of the Emery Bird store that used to be there in Kansas City. Let's see, Grandview. We're at the cross street of Grandview. Okay, he's going to do a little bit of vlogging of me in front now, so this will be a little different. So hopefully we'll post both of these up at the same time. You can see it from a couple of different perspectives. Oh, this is absolutely beautiful. Now this is what I saw in Lori's video. This is what I remember with all these trees around and everything. This is just a beautiful road to cruise. We have some kind of similar to this, just a little ways north to me. You've probably seen it in some of my videos. It's where they have the people that still own the horse farms and stuff like that. Some of the little side streets that are in good shape with the trees overhanging. Almost like you're going through a shade tunnel. There's a little squirrel ran out. So yeah, another guy joined us up ahead. Don't know who he is, but he's part of the ride now. So anyway, later tonight, my friend 54 Shadow is going to take me out to the steak place. I'm going to get some, okay, where do we go here now? Okay, guess we're still going straight. Take me up to the steak place. We're going to get some Kansas City steak. I think it's something like Jim and Jerry's steak place or something. I think that's the name of it. It's been a long time since I had a genuine Kansas City steak. Then tomorrow morning I head out for Omaha, and I'll give Bill Ma a call tonight and see if he's still up to doing a meetup. And it's great because right in Omaha is where Route US 30 comes in, so I can actually explore a little bit more of US 30 Lincoln Highway. See what some of it's like in Iowa. The plan right now is for me and LJ just to next year do the Illinois part of it, but you never know. Might get a chance to pick up some of Iowa and Indiana too. I guess Indiana's got 2 historic routes of Lincoln Highway. But yeah, just having a great time. Iroquois14, I mean, he's the guy, if any of you don't know, go to his webpage on YouTube, Iroquois14, and he's got that map too, so that helped me get connections with a lot of